Welcome to Dodger Stadium. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. There may be no better atmosphere in all of baseball than Game 1 of the Fall Classic, Singy. Lots of excitement to get this thing started.
Yeah, and the players feel that just as much as the fans. You're down there with goosebumps, and these players are just trying to stay in the moment. But I'll tell you, for the home team especially, it's so hard not to be emotional and hyped up with all the energy in this building right now.
And on the other side, of course, you're looking to swing home field advantage your way with an all-important opening win on the road. This crowd is ready as we get set for the World Series. Game 1 is next. Just about set to go. And our pitcher tonight, Shohei Ohtani. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
No, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. 1 out, bases empty. And that is out of play. On the ground right side. Edmonds slings to first. 2 quick outs at the top of the first here tonight. Let's check out the lineup. Here's what they came up with for Game 1 of the World Series, Singy.
Yeah, they're hoping they piece together a winner. Historically speaking, the team that wins this opening game more often than not goes on to win the World Series. Today is a day to come storming out of the gates.
2 down, bases empty. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball. 2 outs, bases empty. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
1-1.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Softly hit to third, but it kicks foul. That's towards center. Pajes settles underneath it. He makes the grab, and that is that. And the Dodgers are coming up to hit no score. You're watching the World Series on the show. And we're back. And today's starter, Max Scherzer. How about a report on him, Chris?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
We go to the bottom of the first. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Alex Call. Pitch is in there, and that's strike one. This one popped up. Bichette under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Here's Mookie to hit. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Just missed.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner. That's impressive.
This one smoked. Could be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
One out. Runner at second. So now it's Freddie Freeman. That clips the corner.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first inning lead.
Liner caught at second.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives don't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Will Smith. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that run.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Man at second. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez sizes this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. One left for L.A. Scoreless after one. Game one of the World Series. Bichette up to the dish. Ohtani back to work. Slider misses outside. The drama always heightened in the postseason, and it leads to some really special moments. Swings through that.
Well, one special postseason memory for me, Boog, was facing Pedro Martinez game 5 of the ALDS in Oakland, and man, hit a double off the wall. Great feeling for a guy who would eventually go into the Hall of Fame.
Two.
On the inside corner for called strike 3.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Dalton Varsho.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Varsho needs just one more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. The pitch.
Yeah, and making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Second inning here, no score. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Batting 6th, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Throw over to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. And he won around. Rule to swing. Varsho leads off first with one away. That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Pickoff throw. Varsho back easily. And that's the second disengagement now. Man at first, one away. Next one is off the plate. And the count is 1-2. To short, could be 2. The throw to second is offline.
Batting 7th, right fielder Addison
Well, every
Barker.
double play turn starts with getting one, and even though these players work on these plays during batting practice over and over again, sometimes at game speed you can still mess it up. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get nothing.
First and second, 1 out. And now for the Jays, Addison Barker. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. One runs in. Hernandez quickly throws it in. Runner holds at third, so just one across on the play.
Everything came together for him. Against
Ernie
good pitchers,
Clement.
you got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. Started to go after it. Now a look down to first. And yes, he did. That's a swing, according to Gary Simmons. 2 on, 1 out. That misses. And the count is 1-1.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently He is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. The 1-2. Popped up. Edman in position. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Batting ninth, shortstop Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in game 1 of the World Series. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Throw on to Freeman. They limit the damage here. The Jays push across a run on this double. It's now 1-0. This is the World Series on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. So far, the playoffs have not been kind to him, but tonight, a chance to start anew.
So much of this game is mental. He's just got to tell himself, I'm here. I worked hard all year. Go out, have fun. Trust your ability.
You know, Singy, there are some people that say they feel more pressure actually in the league championship series than the World Series because they know this is it.
I could totally see that because, you know, you get to the World Series. That's what your whole goal was in the entire season. Then you're there. There can be.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. He made him pay for that one. It's 1-1. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Foul ball there. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And a foul ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And that one a little below the knees. And the count is 2-2. Popped in the air. Left field. And that is Springer. And makes the grab. One away.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
Tommy Edman at the plate. And that's outside. Now a screamer into the outfield. Varsho makes the grab. And there's 2 down.
Batting 8th, left fielder, Kike
Hernandez at the plate. Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next pitch is outside. And there's a foul ball. Scherzer ahead 1-2. Out towards left center. Varsho moving under it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. That's Funky Muncy with the homer for LA. All even at 1 apiece. New inning getting started. Now here is George Springer.
George Springer.
Springer getting to start in left. 35 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2011. That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. That takes care of Springer.
Now batting, designated hitter Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1 so far. There's the strike. One down, base is empty. That's too low. And now it's even 1-1. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Out towards right center field. Pajes brings it in. 2 down.
Now batting, first baseman Vladimir
Guerrero Jr. now 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And first offering is fouled off. Lifted in the air, right center field. Hernandez sizing this one up, and that'll do it. Home half of the 3rd coming up, tied at 1. Back here
Leading
in
off
LA,
for the
and here
Dodgers,
is Andy
center
Pages.
fielder, Andy Pages.
Max Scherzer goes to work. And that's
a ball.
downstairs. Ball one. To the right side, Guerrero. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And a quick
Up
out
next
number one.
for the Dodgers, designated hitter, Alex Call.
Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He popped out his first time. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Hit in the air, right field. Barker makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, shortstop, Mookie
Betts will make his way to the plate. Doubled in his first AB.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
And that one in there at the knees for a
No
strike.
balls. 1 strike.
0-1. Two down, nobody on. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. He's 0 for 1. In for a strike. 0-1. Tied up here in the early going. Swing and a ball popped up. Clement. And that is that. So the Dodgers leave one. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium. On to the fourth. Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, Bo Bichette. Fought off foul.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
This one could be trouble. Around first, heading for 2. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
He really
Now
shot
batting,
that one
the
down the
center
right
fielder,
field line
Dalton
and somehow
Varsho.
found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Here's the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Moved to second. Bichette had dived back in.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 1 of the World Series. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. On the ground, Edman. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. That one's in there. Strike one.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Line drive, base hit. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single and a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good at these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. One down. Now it's the right fielder, Addison Barger. Doubled his first time up. Swing and a ball line to center. And a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but
he
did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Flied out his first time. That misses. 1-0.
One ball.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
In for a strike, and it's 1-1. On the inside corner for a strike. Runners at first and second with one gone. Top half of inning number 4. Outside low, and the count is even 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez sizing it up. Drops into the glove. 2 away.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming over instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Grounded out his first time up. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. 2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air, right field. Hernandez settles underneath it. Squeezes it, and that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at Chavez Ravine, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Will Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there. Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Here's Muncy to hit. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They get the force for out number one.
Well, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. Seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Fly to left his first time. That one catches the zone. That's strike one. Fastball for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
And that one goes straight to the backstop. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Nobody on defense feels great right now. The pitcher feels responsible for missing so far outside, and the catcher wishes he could have done more to try to stop it.
Runner at second here, one gone. In there, sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you've got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. On the move, heading back. Won't get to this one. It drops foul. Scherzer deals. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Varsho settles under it. Makes the grab. That is the inning. One left for LA, and they trail it here 2-1. Game 1
Leading
of the
off
World
for the
Series.
Bluejays, left
Here's
fielder,
a big power
George
threat.
Springer.
George Springer. New pitcher
Now
for the
pitching
Dodgers,
for the
number
Dodgers.
86.
Still
Number
pretty early in the
86.
ball game, so this bullpen has some work
Jack
ahead of
Dreyer.
him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
And that one is in for a strike.
Well, these Jays doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Betts hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nathan Lucas.
Now the number 2 hitter, Nathan Lucas. 0 for 2 in this one. And that's in there for strike 1.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
And now the count is even. Bases empty, one away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Jr.
Two outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Right through there for a strike. The 0-1. And that one fouled off. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Two outs. Line drive. And that is that. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And we're back.
Leading
we head to the
off for
bottom
the
of the
Dodgers,
5th. And at the plate for the
left fielder,
Dodgers, Kike Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Max Scherzer back to work. Right side. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
So up next, Andy Pajes grounded out his first time. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And another ball.
2 balls, no strikes.
The Blue Jays leading by a run last half of inning number 5. There's a strike up high, and it's 2-1 now.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
This one could be trouble. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Anytime you can drive a ball into the gap the other way, it feels so good. And that's when you know you're right where you need to be at the plate. It's even better when it gets you extra bases. Gotta love looking in at your dugout and seeing your teammates fired up. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now the DH, Alex Call. That's to third. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right
Now
there.
batting,
Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
And now it's Mookie Betts.
It's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Pajes at second with 2 down. That one outside. Ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Popped up. Barger coming in on it. Brings it in, and that is the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. Blue Jays 2 and the Dodgers 1. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Bo Bichette. Bichette in his 6th season, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016.
No, that's a ball.
First pitch just misses. Comebacker to the mound. Throws to first, and Bichette is retired.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
for Toronto, Dalton
Varsho.
Varsho. 1 for 2. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. There's the strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out. 2 down after the strikeout. In steps the man they call Captain Kirk.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing here this half. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A., John Shelby with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Freddie Freeman. Scherzer back to work. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they come away without an out. The batter now will be Will Smith.
Now batting, catcher Will Smith.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Freeman headed for 3rd. The throw in. Into 2nd with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
Well, that may end up being an at-bat we go back to later on when this game is over. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that. And a pretty good chance we can see a lead change here, or at least a tie ball game with both of those runs in scoring position.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Max Scherzer is done, and he really had to grind it out, but he does lead with the lead. New arm on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for Toronto.
Number 68 will take over here.
Number 68.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Here's Max Muncy. Golden opportunity right here. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, with both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match up better and who's able to get to the finish line.
Next offering way off the plate. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Squeezes it. Both runners tagging. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 2-2.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though. RBI.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And there's a ball. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Action in the pen down there. Sir Anthony Dominguez up and throwing. Bieber warming up as well. That's ripped into the outfield. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. In to score from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
And here comes Tommy Edman. Late swing fouled off. Pitch in the dirt, and now it's even 1-1.
Ball, low.
Now one missed. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Grounder might be two. To second, there's one. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. On to the 7th here in Game 1. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Blue Jays 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Addison Barger. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Up the middle. Oh, what a stop. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
This is great work by the shortstop. He makes the throw across the diamond after the dive and just wasn't able to get it there in time. But I love how much he put into that play. And on the other side, he was really giving it his all down the line as well. Nice play on both ends.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Throw to first. Barker back in standing.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And that drops in for a strike. To third might be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. And that's 2.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And the batter now, Andres Jimenez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
And that skips in the dirt.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swinging a foul straight back. Tap back to the mound. Gets it to first. That's the 3rd out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Blue Jays 2. A new arm into the game, the righty Shane Bieber.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Bieber.
Well, 1-run game. Now the left fielder, Enrique Hernandez.
Enrique Hernandez.
Right through there for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers,
One
digging
strike.
into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Just look at how the ball's coming off their bats, and tell me it's fun playing defense at this level. They've got 7 hits at 90+ miles per hour exit velocity, so you got to look alive out there.
Hit softly on the ground to third. Clement slings it across, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Andy Pajes.
Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Line drive, base hit right field. So now back to the top of the order.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Alex Call steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Pajes, the base runner at first with 1 out. There's a swing and a drive. And it looks like trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second, and that's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
Two on, 1 out. Here's Mookie Betts now. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Here's the sac fly situation, and he's got to make sure he gets the ball out over the plate and get those arms extended. They're trying to crowd him with the infield in. This would be a big pickoff if he can push a run across.
2 on, 1 out. That one hit to right. Base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only 1 away.
Comes through with the RBI. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Here's Freddie Freeman now. 1 for 3. And that one fouled off. Base hit and a run comes in.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That's it for Shane Bieber, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Toronto. Out of the bullpen for the Jays,
number
Savage.
39.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
First and second, one out. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's in there. That's strike one.
Ball. 1-1.
Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. There's one.
Got him.
Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. They put 2 on the board, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Blue Jays 2. We go to the 8th at the plate. George Springer. The Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do. Will Klein gets the ball now.
Dodgers, number 61, Will Klein.
That's to third. Muncy sends it to first. That takes care of Springer.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver
Now,
consistently.
it
doesn't matter how many highlight reel
Lucas.
plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Fouled off to the right.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
That one ripped. And it's gone. And they inch closer. It's 5-3.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. Oh, that one got in the jet stream on a line drive. We saw the numbers on the backs of the jerseys of the outfielders, which is usually bad news, and all of a sudden they're back in this ball game.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. digs in now. And first offering is fouled off. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the late stages of game 1. This one popped up right side. And there's 2 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, second baseman Bo Bichette.
2 down, bases empty. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. That one at the knees for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Hit on the ground to the right side. And foul ball. And that one is in the dirt. And the count 1-2.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 5-3. Back here at Dodger Stadium, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Max Muncy. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
That one in the dirt, and that's ball 1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Springer makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
And now the right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. And that one hammered. In one, hops off the wall, should be extra bases. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
All over that one right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
1 out, runner at second. Now Tommy Edman. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. One out and a runner at second here in game 1 of the World Series. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off. See if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Man at second. Line drive caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball
fielder,
hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor.
Hernandez.
Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Here's Kike Hernandez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Late on that fastball.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Here's a 2-1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder,
And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. And that is out of play. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Varsho makes the play, and that is that. Dodgers strand a couple, and it remains 5-3. And we're back.
Leading
and
off
now
for
it's going to be
Toronto,
Dalton
center fielder
Varsho.
Dalton Varsho.
Klein goes 6 feet 5 inches, 230 pounds, and he was a 5th-round pick in 2020. Klein back to work. There's a strike.
Well, a good first pitch changeup there. In order to be effective, you've got to really sell it. Good arm speed, and it's got to be down in the zone.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Over to first, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the
Now
game.
batting,
It might not be the
catcher,
most
Alejandro
challenging we've
Kirk.
seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Kirk in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. The Dodgers leading by 2 here at the top of the ninth. That one ripped, but foul. The 1-1. And it's fouled away. Got him swinging. Blue Jays have just 1 out left here.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe
Now
as a
batting,
hammer
right fielder,
or Uncle
Addison
Charlie, and you
Barker.
can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Barker in the box here lets that one go for a ball.
Ball, low.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Swing and a foul out of play. One strike away from securing game 1. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.